Museum, and I am here in front of Aquaculture exhibit. Let me flip the camera around and show you guys what I see. Hopefully this time the gimbal will work better. There we go. Here, but let me put a filter on it and hopefully that'll be better. All right, here we go. It's a little brighter than I would have liked. I would have just tried to control the light a bit from the camera, but YouTube doesn't give me that function in the live, so I apologize. I mean, this looks a lot more better in person. Once again, this is my buddy Tyler. He's a curator here from Frost Museum of Science. I've known Tyler for many years from Biota. He was here before, and he recently became a curator here. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining in. So this is aquaculture exhibit that I had helped to put together with the various vendors in our community, in our industry, and you can see it here. I helped. Big thanks. A lot of the stuff came from Worldwide Corals, ACI Aquaculture, Pirate Reef Corals, Carolina Aquatics, CN Reef, Beta Aquariums, Ecotech Marine and Neptune Systems, Royal Reef Rock, and Two Little Fishies. And it's not mentioned there, also my buddy Shane from 24/7 Aquariums. They all helped me put together this amazing piece, and of course we can't forget the amazing curators here at Frost Museum for putting it all together and maintaining it and making it look spectacular. This is a 150-gallon tank, and what's funny is that they have these spare tanks downstairs in the storage area where they keep all these stuff, and they just make all the aquascape whatever, and they just forklifts the stuff here in the early wee hours in the morning, just plop it in and just ready to go. It's unbelievably funny how fast they could put these things together, take the stuff down. It's quite efficient, and I was surprised.
Yeah.
So Tyler, for those of us yes, everything in this thing is captive bred and aquaculture. Nothing is taken from the wild. Everything is multi-generations in, lineage verified in captive breeding, as well as all the corals. They're just raised in tanks. Okay, so tell us a little bit about this exhibit.
So this exhibit, we probably started it, you started it, to be honest with you. But, working closely with you guys, which we really appreciated all the help that you guys provided with this. This tank grows insanely fast. It's probably grown since you last came here about a month ago, right?
Right. I saw where you guys fragged, and I think you told me that this is you guys fragged this part of just this morning, right?
Just this morning, because these monies were growing so close to the glass that
Right.
it was actually hard to get any of the magnets or any of the cleaning supplies through this area to actually take care of the algae.
Yeah.
So slowly working on cutting it back.
You could see it where it was touching the glass. The acrylic, because you could see the growth is it's like this.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was here, this one was actually like this, and you could see that was shading it. That's why this part is white. And I picked up that piece from Julian Sprung specifically, and man, that little frag just got so big.
And then more recently, we actually replaced all these lights up here. As far as the radions go, we had two G4s on this side, but we just replaced them with the G6s.
Nice.
Yeah,
those are all G4s before, G4 Pros, and then, nice. Very cool. What do you like about the G6 versus a G4?
We're still kind of playing around with it. Playing with any of the kind of new features, but the light spread on it is really good. And as you can see from both the video and here, that they're just insanely bright.
Right.
But these corals are, they grow insanely fast because they're provided with so much light and so many nutrients and everything like that.
Did you need to acclimate them in certain way, or
no?
you're able to do it without any acclimation?
Yeah.
Very cool.
So we were able to keep all the same light cycles and grabbing from all the other all the other radions that we replaced them with.
Yeah.
And just kind of do a swap out, but it made it really easy. I just like the interchangeability of all the radions that we have here.
Very cool. And then we were talking about the growth of the corals. If you look here, the acros are right on the glass. You can see that right there.
I really like the acro, how it grows. It grew a single branch all the way down through the center here, and then it wrapped back around it.
Oh my God. That's actually from my personal aquarium.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. That actually I picked that up from ORA directly myself from my personal aquarium, and then I frag it and give it to the hobbyists for free.
Yeah.
Because those are like such a good grower. But you can see that here, as Tyler was mentioning. Look at right there, like in between the digi, it just grew right around it and it hugs it. That's amazing.
That's probably one of my favorite like corals in the tank.
Yeah.
With all the ganies that we have here in the two corners.
Yeah. Oh, Gonoporas definitely.
That one actinia grows like crazy.
Yeah. Space emitter right there. Oh my God, the coral is just insane. Oh, look at that Gani right there. Those are Dylan's favorite. Dylan, I believe he's in Ripley's now, right? In Canada, Ontario?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. Millie right there is just growing out of the water now. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. That's
We
amazing.
actually cut it back a little bit because the tips just grew straight out of the water.
Right.
And they were just sitting in air, so it wasn't worth it. But we have some clippings of it now that we have down in our coral holdings. So.
Very cool. So let's see, like what are the parameters that you try to keep in this system?
So Paul takes care of it mostly, but the
Yeah.
parameters, I mean, we shoot for pretty much whatever he shoots for. Our calcium in this tank right now is probably around like 420, 450. Magnesium, we have somewhere around like 1400.
Okay.
Salinity is basically, it comes based on, it's just straight
The
out
ocean
of the
work,
ocean.
right.
So, it's around like 32, 33 parts per thousand.
Really?
As far as, because like we do like water changes on this tank, but we do keep it a little bit lower.
Right, because you don't want it too clean.
Yeah.
We had that
You
issue
don't want
before.
it too clean.
Yeah. We had this issue before when in the beginning of the tank, water was too clean. No matter how much you guys fed it, it was getting too clean because also besides the water change, you guys are using Tropic Marine's calcium formate,
Yeah.
and then that carbon that it creates, it was becoming a carbon source.
Yeah. And we do have like a doser set up there for calcium and alkalinity. To keep
Yeah.
That all stable.
So this is actually, as we were mentioning before, this is 150 gallons, and this is its own little system. Every single exhibit is its own system,
Yeah.
right? So, like, when I say a system, it's just like your home aquarium. Can you show us what's below this?
Yeah. So like I was telling you earlier, we do have our little
This is
dosing
dosing?
system here.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have a dose here. Thank you for Neptune Systems for donating that.
Yes.
What are you dosing there?
So this is sodium carbonate, soda ash, and that's calcium chloride.
Gotcha. So you're doing 2 parts right now?
Yeah, just a 2-part.
Gotcha.
And the doser itself is actually mounted up here. We did a whole rewiring on this system a little while ago. So.
Nice. Let's take a look at the quick sump.
On the video
Yep.
of the coral eating.
Yep.
Actually, more of coral warfare.
Right. This
But
is
still eating in a sense.
yeah, lobophilia, just stripping the skin off of an acro. There's people don't believe how aggressive the lobos are.
Oh yeah, no, they, like a lot of the LPS corals they're pretty aggressive when we get something close to them.
Yeah. So this is an L2 that's running here.
Yeah.
For many of you guys that sees this exhibit, there is no power heads, and there's no power heads because we don't want the kids to touch it and dislodge the magnet when power head falling onto the top of the corals or sand and just potentially nuking everything. So there can be no power heads. So everything, all the power heads, well, the waves, how we distribute the flow is built into the rocks. That was designed originally that way, and we have a closed loop system using L2s, and it's not also showing here, but there's also core 20s in there as well.
Yep.
And
They're
then
just on the
UV
backside.
right there. Very cool. And you can see and then the system is controlled by Neptune Systems Apex.
Yeah, so that would be this panel.
Very
There you
cool.
go.
There we go. So you guys have a flow FMM right there.
Yep.
What are you guys measuring with the FMM? Like a gallons per hour for the flow gallons?
Yeah, so that's just a matter of like that's gonna tell us if any of the pumps ever like shut off and everything like that. That'll send an alarm out to us. That
Right.
way, you know, whoever's closest to the museum at the time, we can come kind of take care of that thing.
Right, right. That's
We only
so
have
cool.
that on the main return pump. The closed loop itself
Yeah.
doesn't have the FMMO, the flow meter attached to it.
Gotcha. That's so cool.
Did a little bit of wire management a little while ago.
Yeah, that's so cool. So Tyler, tell me, you know, since you were also worked at the hobby side besides before you became a curator, how do you feel about hobby grade materials making a impact in a scale like this? Like,
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like a lot, like every one of these tanks in here uses hobby grade equipment. The sumps, return pumps, the lights, like all of it is kind of run by the same stuff that you guys use at home.
yeah,
It makes a huge difference because people see aquariums like this and they're just like, wow, like, you know, I wish that I could do this kind of thing at home, but I mean, you can because we're using the exact same equipment.
right.
And the trial and error that goes through, you know, hundreds of thousands of hobbyists around the world,
Right.
that gives us the you know, the accountability and we rely on these kinds of things.
Very awesome.
Because that gives us all the data that we need to make the good decision to get
sure.
the right equipment.
And I think it's a good thing. You know, I was talking with Dr. Charlie Varon a few years ago, and then they said that it was imperative for scientists and us hobbyists to come together to work to conserve and preserve what we got. And I think it's slowly coming together.
Yeah.
You know, while everyone's accepting, I guess, our aquarium data.
Yeah.
You know, not only just scuffed as anecdotal anymore, but they're because I mean, like if it could be replicated for like thousands and thousands of times, then it's proven.
Yeah.
So.
And like you said, I mean, like that coral came from Julian Sprung's tank, that one came from your tank, these came from Laura and everything. They're all using. I mean, you guys are all using the same equipment that we do.
Right.
They're all just like they're good banks in case
Right.
anything ever goes wrong with the wild coral. We have hundreds of thousands of banks everywhere to keep these animals alive.
Absolutely. So you said that acro, you pointed that was one of your favorite. Do you have any other favorite thing in this tank that you just love?
I mean, I do really like the way that acro grew.
Yeah.
I love the.
I actually didn't know. I actually didn't know how that acro grew until you pointed it out. And I've been here since its inception. I come here like almost every month to check out how everything is going. And I've seen that. No one actually pointed out to me. So that's really cool.
I like the Ghani Gardens a lot too, to be honest with you. They just have so much color and so much movement to them. And I know it's some coral warfare on a smaller scale, but
How do you deal with that?
That the cap is growing over the digi.
Yeah.
I mean,
How do you deal with the coral warfare? Do you guys run a lot of carbon here, or you guys just do enough water changes so you don't have to worry about the toxins?
no, we just do enough water changes. I mean, like Paul takes care of this system with the primary.
Yeah.
But he'll do a water change once a week on it.
Very cool.
And it's a couple, about like we can do flow through on this system because
Yeah.
it's got an emergency flow drain that goes
Right.
into the floor.
Yeah.
So we can just do a flow through kind of water change.
Very
But,
cool.
he changes out maybe about 100% like kind of volume over the course of like an hour or so. So
You mean he can do it,
like
or he does it? He does 100% water changes.
he does about like 50 to 100% like
Oh, wow.
water change through it just to you know re up any of the nutrients and everything. I mean he does like
2 parts and etc. But
2 parts. He does
but-
some acro power. He does some
Yeah.
trace and everything like that. So
right,
it does keep everything within the parameters that we need.
right. But I guess to replenish all the different ions and metals and
Yeah.
etc. Like I guess nothing really beats the ocean water change.
Yeah.
I like what you guys did there. You guys put digis right on the top of the thing
We actually
there.
didn't place them there, so the digi is actually growing from up underneath.
Oh,
the caps,
okay.
And the caps just kind of grew far enough out.
And it's kind of wrapped around it.
Yeah, we're growing up the digis.
What do you know? Jeez. Capricorn is growing that pattern. Oh my goodness. You know what's this is funny because like they all started from like similar sized frags, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you could see this I mean the like this F flow is just like tabling so nicely, so big. You could just see this millie like growing. I mean, this is cut so many times.
Oh yeah.
This strawberry shortcake, man, it's not growing. I mean, yeah, it's
It's
grown a
growing.
lot more than what it was before, but I
Yeah,
mean, but
yeah.
to comparison to others,
Everything else. Yeah.
right, right.
It's growing up more at this point, mostly because we get the magnet pass this way, so like, it's not
Ah,
gonna grow more this way,
right,
but it
right.
will grow more out to the right and upwards from this point.
Yeah. I'm really happy to see all the purple and teal starting to really like, manifest itself. Because before, like, like colors were there, but I mean now like you guys are really pulling in the colors. It looks really awesome.
Yeah. I mean that's all just about the ion balance of everything, and then
Right.
as far as I mean keeping the lighting up where it is right now,
Yeah.
really lets all those colors shine.
Yeah. Man, you guys can't see it, but I mean you can see like the purple Monty right there. Oh my God, it's like it's beautiful. Awesome. I think I think we need to read up on some more fish in here later. I need to contact some of my other friends and see if we'll get some small, maybe like perching fish.
Yeah.
What do you think?
We were thinking about reaching out to you, getting your ideas on some new fish stock.
Yeah. Do you guys still have any clams left in here? I know you have some like crucias
Yeah, we
here,
had some,
like hidden
we had
in
some
between,
Cruces and a small maxima.
but
I think the Cruces ended up falling into the structure at one point.
Oh, no.
Which was really sad because they
Yeah.
tried to move and didn't end up getting around the coral.
Mm.
The maxima was up here.
right. But I see the
But
coral's growth is so much.
yeah, the coral grew
Over
too
it?
much, and it kind of grew over it. And
Yeah.
moving them around wasn't our best option. So
Gotcha.
we tried to leave him and cut back the coral and everything.
Yeah.
But he ended up just getting too shaded out by everything.
Gotcha.
Corals
Gotcha.
grew too fast.
That's a good problem to have for many people. Man, this looks absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm very biased when it comes to things like this, but I think this is the out of the smaller exhibits, I like this one the best. And I think a lot of people appreciate this one because this was created from hobbyist perspective.
Yeah.
Like I went out and like grab, okay, I need red acro, I need green acro, I need blue acro, and it's just
Yep.
trying to make a different color contrast of everything. And then how the curators put it all together is just, yeah,
Came together really nicely.
for sure, definitely. All right, all right. Huh. I just realized that you had a netting up there.
Yeah, I mean, it allows it to breathe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Some of the other tanks, they have that hard acrylic top to it.
Right, right.
It allows it to breathe a little bit more, and it allows
Catch.
us to feed from the top without having to lift up a lid.
And then catch anything in case kids may throw something
Yep, yep.
from going inside the tank. Very cool. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the little tour of the aquaculture exhibit, little update from it. Well, thank you so much again, Tyler, for showing us around. And if you guys have any questions about this, please comment down below, and I'll be sure to answer as best of my capabilities. Once again, thank you again for checking it out, and you guys have a great day.